Hello from Alamogordo, New Mexico on Indian Wells, Friday. I didn't even know what day today was. I found out just now, March 21st. There's the Walmart on Indian Wells, and guess where I am? I just left the Alamogordo Prompt Care clinic. It's a walk-in clinic. It was recommended to me. I thought I was going to be getting over this sickness that I've had since last Sunday. But you know, when homemade chicken soup and Mucinex didn't fix what's wrong with me, I realized, man, I guess I'd better see the doctor. Anyway, in there, this was recommended to me, and I'm glad it was recommended, and I'm glad I came. Because it turns out she said, she's going to call it acute bronchitis. And she said, even if I were to send you to the for a chest x-ray, and we confirm pneumonia, I'd still treat it the same way. And it's worse in my left lung than in my right, but you can hear it in both. And I have a right ear infection too. I didn't know that. I've been so miserable with everything else. She said she's surprised I can hear out of my ear. And maybe I can't, and I just don't know. But she's prescribed antibiotics and steroids, and I'm going to go pick them up at the pharmacy over there. There was no wait. Nobody was in there. They're not open, though, like in the cities where it's like 12-hour clinics or 24 hours. They're only open, but they have on their sign on their doors, 9 to 5. But when I called yesterday at 3:45, the receptionist who answered said they were closing at 4. And maybe they weren't busy. But I realized when Mucinex turned out not to do a thing for me. And my cure-all for anything, homemade chicken soup, that didn't fix it either. I realized I'd better get down here. So off to get medicines. The good news is she says I'm not contagious anymore. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Because I asked her, I said, am I still contagious or not? And she said, not now. Not on Friday. She said, not now. She said I was contagious before, but not now. And I got this from someone, but who knows who or how. And she said after I start this course of treatment, I should start feeling a lot better within 48 to 72 hours. She also sent over to the pharmacist prescriptions for better than Mucinex, for other kinds of medicines for this cough. I've hated being sick. It's really been miserable. I've always said all my life, the only wealth worth having is your health. And if you don't have your health, nothing else matters. I feel warm. My oxygen level was 94. My blood pressure was good. My heart rate was high. It was up in the 80s. And I've lost weight this week. I mean, these jeans, I put on these black jeans. And I'm having to yank them up. I don't have a belt or anything. It's because I've eaten virtually nothing because I just haven't had an appetite. Been sick. Look over there. That's the Museum of Space History. See it? That's the space